To me, there's only two fears that exist in all of humanity. There's only two things that we're frightened of. The only two fears that I believe that exist is either that I'm not enough or that I'm not loved. And I believe this entire journey of our human life is to know that I'm absolutely loved and I'm absolutely enough. You know, kids are just amazing. Children are amazing about turning around and saying, I'm here, let's go. And, you know, and they play and they dance and they sing. And then suddenly we hit adulthood and we're like, okay, now I'm not amazing. Fascinating that kids are like, yeah. And then we get to some kind of age and somebody says, you're not good enough. Or that lower your standards. This is like Shakespeare said, we're players on a stage. There's an opportunity to express and embrace who we are. You know, if we're not kids, if we lose that ability to be a child, you know, shame on us. And so what I find amazing is that we judge ourselves so harshly. That to me is the cornerstone of our identity. So to me, I need to really work on that every day through conditioning, is how I can look after myself and love myself even more. So we get lots of stimulus from the outside world that challenges us. And then in between stimulus, there's then a space between stimulus and what we call response. So we get loads of stuff thrown at us, and then there's a magical space when we get to think about how are we going to respond in our lives. So we get the stimulus, everybody, or somebody says something horrible to us, or something horrible happens to us, and then I believe there's a space where we get to choose our path. And how we respond, of course, creates our entire life, the quality of our life. So I believe behind every behaviour, everything that we do in life, everything, there's an emotional reason why we do it. Consciously, if we understand our emotional needs consciously, we create real power. And then we can behave in a certain way that meets those needs. It's like people say that we sometimes forget what people said, but we never forget how they made us feel. So I've lived my last particular decade of really introspecting as much as I can internally, and to me that's what tonight is all about. It's giving you guys an opportunity tonight to dig as deep as you feel is appropriate to you, to really look at your internal world, not your external world. So just for a couple of minutes, if you grab the lady or gentleman next to you and just share with them, what's your emotional legacy, what's your deepest value, what do you want to feel most in your life? 2 minutes, go. Thank you so much for coming on this amazing ride with us. All the best.